have joined us in Starting Up. Now, just about every startup struggles with getting the right office space. So the question is, how do you go about getting yourself a good deal? When is the right time to move in? And how big should your office space be? Well, a host of questions, and Surbi Goel is here to answer them for you.
Starting Up is all about bootstrapping, but you need some place to work, right? So how does one go about looking for the right office space when he does decide to set up his own enterprise? The first concern for every startup is to keep the non-essential costs low. Some of the ways to keep these costs low when you're setting your company off ground are:
if all that you're doing is you're an entrepreneur and you're doing calls and all the rest of it, operate from home. If you have enough rooms and if you have a study, that can be your office initially. Operate from there. In the US, you would hear about garage startups, because people would convert their garage into an office for the time being and operate from there till they got to a size when it would not do. So if you have customers visiting you, then it's different. But if you don't have customers visiting you, you can operate from home.
You can definitely try the home office model. You can get an apartment linked to your apartment, and you can go ahead and work specifically in working out of there. But make sure that this is not like a call center or not like a big place where you have lots of people coming, because you will cause problems from your neighbors who might come and say that this is not something which is acceptable. Other ideas which might work are the incubation centers who you can go ahead and request.
One of the easy and common office spaces can be in business centers. Startups can also opt for virtual offices wherein you use business center conference room and phone line without being physically present there. But if you decide to move out and set up your own individual office space, keep these points in mind before making any decisions.
When you get to a point when you have to have your own office space, I think there are one or two things that you need to remember. One, if you're going to have a lot of customers visiting, then you should worry about where are the customers located. And so you should have an office which is convenient for them to come. In most cases, customers don't visit you that much, you visit them. And in that case, go for a place that's inexpensive. So it may be a little far out. One of the things to worry about in space is accessibility. So these days, if you're going to have a lot of employees, think of a place that's near a metro station. That would help. Certainly rent, don't buy. Because at this stage, you don't know how fast you will grow. You don't know how much space you'll need. And if you do have money, spend it on building the business. Ideally, if you can get into a building where you can take a certain amount of space, but there is more available. So you're a startup, and in 6 to 9 months, your size may double. And if there's more space available in the same building or nearby, that's another thing to remember.
So there you go. One good idea is to wait for at least 3 months before you rent out an office space. The last thing that you don't want to be is in a situation where you find out that you have to expand in 6 months. So, with these tips, you would be setting up your office in no time.
Well, let's hope you do keep those tips in mind when you are indeed starting up. We'll say goodbye. Before we go, don't forget you can write into us in Starting Up at etnow.tv, send us an SMS, or simply find us on Facebook. We're out of here, but before we go, as we say every week, remember, there's never a better time than now to go out there and start up.